Hey everyone, well the weekend's coming to a close and I promised you that I would come back and do a video regarding the two pictures that I posted because I have had a lot of different feelings regarding that. Tonight you are in my little slice of heaven. This is my office, so this is where I wear many hats and do many things. Recently that's been cut down, but I hope to get back in here healed and able to go back to work again, doing what I can to help other people. Anyway, getting to the pictures. After I got hurt, so many people ask me, well wait, I need to give you a little backstory. For those of you who don't know, my children were, my daughter was 5 and my son was 1 when I got hurt. And so they were little people. And they obviously have grown a lot in 34 years. After the accident, many people got to that place on the form when they were working with me medical and said, you know, how tall are you? What's your height? And for a long time it was 5'4". And then I kind of noticed that everybody was stalling when they got to that part of the question, like, do I ask her? What do I do? So then I'm a comical person, and comedy is the way we beat a lot of things in life. Good comedy, sometimes bad, but most of the time good. And so I started to say 5'4" cut in half. I'm 5'4" cut in half. Well, then you could see these people starting to do the math. They were like, da, 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 da. And I know I'm not a math whiz. And so I'm sitting there watching them going, you know, all right, this is funny, but it looks like they're really struggling. So then later on, as the years passed, I tried to do it look differently. And some people just got where they would skip the question. But you know how the medical forms are, so they would go down to it and they're like, and Julie, how tall are you? And so finally, after years and years and years, and 4 years ago when this cut just invaded my life and took over and would not go away, I started saying crotch height. And trust me, I have seen every kind of look that you can get, but it's true, it's right. People, anybody's taller than me. Little toddlers get taller than me. Everybody's taller than me. So to the pictures. I got to try the machine to heal the cut. It would work for my body and it would work for the cut. And as you know, I'm raising money. I'm over $7,000 now. I'm headed to that first goal of $12,500. Those pictures were made that day. And I look at Christy, my daughter, and she is 5'5", is what I've always been told. And I'm 5'4". Always have been 5'4" and small. And I look at her in that picture and I realize that I'm standing on a platform that's about 3 inches off of the ground. So if I were standing on the ground, she would be taller than me. That is just amazing. It blows my mind. I've never had that experience, guys. I've never had that experience. I look at Randall. People say to me all the time, your son is so tall. And I'm like, yes, he is. He is tall, people. He's really tall. I mean, when I look at that picture of him standing next to me, if I was down that 3 inches or 4 inches or whatever it is, I didn't measure it. I wish I had. I would be chest height on him. Chest height on the little guy who I was carrying on my hip when I got hurt because he couldn't walk. And that is amazing to me. And seeing those pictures, they bring about so many different things. They don't bring about sad emotions. I can't tell you that, because they really don't. They just bring about strange, startling emotions. These are my children and they're so big. They're so big. I didn't know my son was that big. I didn't know my daughter was that tall. It's something that I have a hard time explaining. I've called my parents and I've been over this. I don't really know how to look at those pictures and have the feelings that maybe I'm supposed to have. So I'm telling you that because I want to share with you what happened to me that day in terms of finding something that will help heal my cut and what I'm doing about that with the medical fund and the goal. But also days later when I lightened up the background of those pictures and looked at them and saw my children for who they are today. They really are big people now. They're big people. and I'm amazed, I'm stunned, and I want to do it again. I want to stand up with my children. I want to heal my cut, but I just want to see my kids like that again. I just want to get hugs like that. Unless you've been there, I don't think that there's any way I could ever explain to you what that was like. And I look at it numerous times every day. And it's about the cut, but it's about something so much deeper than that. So again, please go to my GoFundMe account. Please, it is growing, it's trending, and help me reach this goal. I've got to get to that 12.5 so I can figure out how to do the rest. And there's so many people coming forward offering to help and saying, hey, tell us how we can help you. And it's just growing. It's about so much more. It has an ultimate goal in my life, but it's about so much more. I'm finding out every day as I go through. Old friends coming forward, people that I've never known coming forward. Please help me pass this along. Give if you can. If you can't, do your part by helping me just spread it to other people everywhere. And I do appreciate it. And thank you again. See you soon.